So, first question I want to ask you is, what made you start boxing?
Oh, so I didn't start boxing until I moved to Texas. I started boxing at the age of 16. It's crazy. Some 8-year-olds inspired me to box, man. I was always a basketball lover, and I was going to the gym with my cousin because he was training little kids. I was doing it just to stay busy, and I seen 8-year-olds sparring, hitting the speed bag, double jump roping on the jump rope, and I just wanted to learn all of that. And then 2 weeks after I started learning, I started sparring, and I went from sparring to competing, and then after that, man, I got ranked in the top 10 in my first 2 years, and the passion just grew with it more and more the more I did it.
Okay. So, how did your amateur career go? Because you were a very decorated amateur fighter. So, talk me through your amateur career.
Yeah, so when I first got started, man, I was racking up. I was fighting in Texas, so they fight every weekend in different cities, sometimes at the same time, and I was just fighting every weekend. I racked them up. I got, I think, about 70 fights in the course of 4 years of my amateur career fighting out there in Texas, and I attended every national event I could go to. Um, I went to every state championship in the state of Texas. I have many accolades, man. Many accolades. I fought some of the top prospects that you see, today professionally. So it was great. I want to say out of the 70 fights, I never recorded the wins and losses, but it was definitely more wins than losses. I want to say I only had about, if I had to guess, I probably say about 18 losses, which majority of them came from, national events.
That's really good, that. So, I'm looking at your pro career right now in box rec, and you're 4-0 with three knockouts. So,
Yes, sir.
when would you say your next fight would be? Because your last fight was on the 21st of October last year. So, when
Yeah,
was the next fight would be?
yes. So right now I'm not signed to I don't have a manager or promoter at the moment. The goal, for this year 2023 is to definitely for sure get with a promoter. But we're pushing to get a fight for the month of February, like to lock one in for sure. So that's on our task like right now as we speak. So
Okay. And on that, also like to ask you, what would you say your plans for the next year are going to be?
man, the minimum amount of fights that we are trying to get for this year is, I want to say, 5 at the minimum. We at least want to rack up 5 fights to this year. Get on the radar a little bit more. Grow my brand, grow my name more. Let people see me and see what I produce in that side of the ring. So our main goal is to get at least 5 and get signed with a top promoter.
Okay. So what does like a day of training look for you? Because obviously you're in Vegas, but what's a day of training like?
What is it like training in Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's top notch. This is the hub for boxing, man. When I wanted to turn professional, um, this I jumped right into it. I said I'm a move to Vegas and be where all the exposure is. People from all over the world come here, to get seen and get known to get that different look. It's a big melting pot for boxing here in Vegas. You may get some guys that may come here from the Philippines and different guys that may come here from Japan or whatnot. Like there's always going to be different looks and different styles. So being training here in Vegas, you got to be ready every day because you never know who's going to walk in the gym. There could be anybody that may won't work the next day after you had a hard day the day before. So here is just top tier.
Yeah, and on that, I've also heard that you sparred Gervonta Davis. What was that like?
It was great work, great work. I took a lot of good things from it. I did 6 rounds with him. I sparred with him before he fought when he was getting ready to fight Mario Rose, actually, because I'm tall and lanky, not as tall and as lanky as Mario Barrios, but I still had the look. So there was wanting a guy to. I actually sparred earlier that day, and my coach called me and said, "You want to spar Tank?" I said, "Come on, let's do it." But it was great, man. Great rounds. His demeanor inside the ring, it's definitely up there. You could tell like it's different being in the ring with him, and I took a lot of good things from it.
And on Gervonta Davis, I have to ask you, out of the Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia fight, who do you think will win that one and how?
Honestly, man, I'm going with Tank, man. You could already see like the mindset he has. It's still a great fight. It's boxing, anything can happen. But I'm going with Tank in that fight for sure.
And also on upcoming fights, I wanted to ask you about a big fight that's happening this weekend over here in the UK. Chris Eubank Jr. versus Liam Smith. How do you see that one going?
Oof. And honestly, that's a 50-50 fight, man, in my opinion. Because you have a veteran, and then you have Liam Smith, who's another great boxer. It's gonna be it's I have it 50-50, but I'm gonna lean with Liam Smith for sure.
What would you say your toughest fight out of your whole career, amateur as well, has been?
My toughest fight,
Hmm.
um, you saying in my amateur career?
Amateur and professional as well.
Okay. So in my amateur career, I would say the fight that still sticks in, it's two of them actually. One of them I'm still real cool with is Michael Angeletti. I fought him at my first nationals I went to. It was my first national event. I actually sparred him the week before our national event, and to draw a top seed like that for my first national event, and I hung with him. Of course he got the W from the experience and things like that. But Michael Angeletti's a great fighter, and another top prospect that I fought in the amateurs that sticks with me to this day is Raymond Ford. I fought Raymond Ford in the amateurs as well at a national event.
What would you say your dream opponent of your whole career would be?
Man, my dream opponent right now, a fight that I'm looking at right now, like I visualize it later down the line in my career, is Inoue, man. Everybody's it's you could tell some people are looking at Inoue, but a lot of people are sleep on Inoue. But that's a fighter that's like, when you talk about skill level and sharpness, he definitely has it all, especially with the power. And he's only growing and growing and growing. So that's a fight that I see me, competing in later down the line of my professional career.
In 10 to 15 years, you look back on your career, what's your end goal? What belts do you want to achieve? What, just everything? What's your end goal?
My end goal in, I don't want to say boxing period, but in life is to, you know, my name be like, in stone, and not just known inside of the boxing world, but outside of the boxing world as well. Like I want to, it's more than boxing. I want to be a role model. I want to be able to help out, you know others in different communities and all kind of things. I want to be able to connect with those that's in have different hobbies and all of that. So boxing, it definitely it taught me a lot of things. It's like chess. In the game of life is like chess as well. So I connect those two together, and that keep in anything that I do. So 10 to 15 years from now, I just want to be, a role model, and my name be remembered.
Yeah. All right. And my last question I wanted to ask you before I let you go is, obviously this last weekend we had the KSI versus Face Temper fight on Misfits. What do you think about YouTube boxing as a whole?
Honestly, I didn't even tap in with the YouTube fight, but they're definitely bringing a different crowd and a whole nother crowd to the sport of boxing. At the end of the day, you know, today is like it's more than just boxing. It's entertainment. So they're bringing more entertainment to the platform, and growing the boxing viewers numbers and stuff like that. So it is, I don't want to say it's bad, because they definitely have a positive bringing to boxing. So I support it, for sure. So
Okay, okay. I'll let you get away now, but thank you so much for taking this interview. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you.
thank you, I appreciate it.